fall so fast, I let them go. Domino.
Hi guys, this is Caitlin. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't been here before, welcome. I'm Caitlin and I am talking about my braces journey. So a lot has happened this last week, or over this past weekend. I got my right top wisdom tooth out. As I said in my previous video, I only had one. So I have stitches in right now. I'm talking. So far, it hasn't been really painful for me to open up my mouth a little bit more. The first day, I was talking like this the whole time because it like hurt to open my mouth. And then I also got my expander drilled in, which I will be showing a photo of my expander in this video as well, showing where they put the screws in. I've already started the turning process 2 days ago. So yesterday. Yesterday was when I started my turning process. So in the morning, I had my fiance help me because my orthodontist gave me a little mirror to help me do it myself. But every time I breathe, even when I was trying to breathe out of my nose and in with my nose only, the mirror would get fogged up and I couldn't see where the hole was, and so I couldn't turn the key, and it was just really frustrating. And I thought it would be like a lot easier if my fiance just did it for me. So he did the first turn, and the first one, he said I didn't explain it very well, which honestly I didn't. So I showed him a YouTube video of somebody turning an expander, that way he knew what to do. So after that, he sat down and held my phone with the flashlight in my mouth and turned it. And this is the key that they use to turn your expander. And this little arrow right there, you want to make sure that you are inserting, whenever you insert the little pick right here, you want to make sure that the arrow is pointing towards your mouth. I'm not sure if that's for all keys, but it is for this one, just because the little metal piece, I don't know if you guys can see that, the little metal piece right here kind of like divots a certain way. And so when we tried doing it the other way, it wasn't going in the key. It was just a big hassle. So we did find out that way worked out fine. So basically my first turn, it didn't really hurt at all. I just kind of felt a little bit of like a tingling sensation right here on the bridge of my nose, and I felt pressure. The second one that I took last night hurt. Not like painful hurt, it's just it almost kind of gave me a slight headache. And so I'm already on pain medication for my wisdom tooth being removed and my screws being drilled in. 4 screws. They were about that big. They were really skinny. So I'm on pain medication, so honestly, it really wasn't that bad. I had to take some more pain medication last night before I went to bed anyways, so I took some after I did my turn, and I woke up in the morning and it felt normal again. Then I did another turn this morning, and I felt a lot of pressure, but it wasn't anything that was like painful or unbearable. If anything, this morning was a lot better than last night. I'm not really sure why last night hurt me so much more. I googled it afterwards, and they honestly said, like, if you are in a lot of pain, that is not normal. It just should feel pressure and uncomfortable, which is exactly how it felt for me. It just felt really uncomfortable. I have a really low pain tolerance as well, and I just don't take pain easily. I did want to go ahead and fill you guys in on my procedure and how it went. I was not put to sleep. I know a lot of people prefer being put to sleep when they are going to get a tooth extracted And for any type of major oral surgery, a lot of people like to be put out. Well, for me, it was about an $800 difference, and I did not want to pay out of pocket for the procedure, and I knew I was going to be numbed, so I wouldn't feel it anyways, and they were going to put me on laughing gas. So I was awake. I do remember it, kind of. I was a little out of it, though. So honestly, anybody who's really afraid of going in and getting a procedure like that done, like a wisdom tooth extracted or anything like that, or your palate expander having to be drilled in like mine, don't be afraid if you're not going underneath, if you're not going under, because honestly, it really doesn't make a huge difference. They are in and out really fast. My procedure only lasted maybe 30 minutes, and a lot of it was just them trying to make sure my whole mouth was numb and trying to make sure that I couldn't feel anything and that I was kind of out of it. So when they started, my staff, the place that I went to, they were super, super sweet. I had 2 women and 1 male working on me, and one of the females ended up holding my hand during the procedure, and then the other woman ended up putting a really nice warm blanket on me during the procedure to make me feel comfortable. My doctor was saying how great I was doing. It altogether was a super great experience. I mean, nobody wants to go through that, and it's not a fun experience by any means, but it wasn't as scary when they were comforting me. I went in saying I was really afraid and I was super nervous. I'm going to pop in a video right before I went to get my tooth extracted. Alright guys, I am on my way to go get my wisdom tooth taken out, and my fiance is driving me and I'm super scared and really nervous. Like, I have a lot of anxiety, and I know it's just gonna get worse until like I get there and until they give me some laughing gas, because I am not getting put under, which kind of scares me, because everybody that I know, besides like a couple people, have been put under just because they don't like the, you know, like hearing everything that's going on, seeing everything that's going on, even though I don't think I'll really be totally there with what's going on. I just know that I'm still gonna know what's going on. It's gonna freak me out and I'm like super nervous, but I will be okay, and I will keep you guys updated after I get that done. I'm also getting my palate expander drilled in order to start the turning process, because I am not able to actually start it until sorry, we're yeah, now you guys know where we live. So I'm getting my palate expander drilled in, and yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. That honestly is probably scaring me a little bit more than my 1 wisdom tooth getting taken out, because with my palate expander, they're gonna have 4 little screws and they're gonna drill it in, and that just like really freaks me out. And so I don't know, like, I know a lot of people have been asking me what's like, why do you have your expander in, and like, how does it work? And I honestly don't know yet. I mean, I know what an expander is, I know what it's supposed to do for my mouth, but I haven't had the sensation of like, after turning it, like some people say that they get a weird tingly feeling up in their nose and things like that. I haven't had any of that yet. And I will let you guys know when I can actually start turning, because my oral surgeon should be able to tell me today when I can start my turns. I only have to do 20 turns. My orthodontist said I have to do 2 turns a day until I see a gap in the middle of my front teeth, and then once that's there, and that's usually around 8 turns, so about 4 days, then I do 1 a day until I hit 20, and then it just sits there. I don't do anything with it. It just stays to The expander will still stay in my mouth though, to kind of keep that structure still there and kind of allow my palate to, I wouldn't say harden, but kind of like stay where it's at and where it's supposed to be. Otherwise, if they just took the expander out after doing all my turns, right after I did my total number of turns, my palate would probably go back together. So yeah, I will keep you guys updated and do videos after my procedure. So wish me luck. My wisdom tooth was impacted. So it was still up in my gum. It had not come down. It was not out. So that was also really scary for me because I knew they were going to have to slice it, drill it to break it, take out the pieces, and sew it back up. I didn't feel any of it. None of it. It still, I mean, the first day my cheek was swollen. It hasn't swelled up since. The foods that I've been eating so far is mashed potatoes. I had some mac and cheese in my mashed potatoes because I didn't have to like chew on the noodles. They were small. And my fiance's been making me smoothies. That's basically been my diet so far. Honestly, there isn't a lot that I can eat. And I was honestly thinking about it earlier, how much I would kill to have some chicken nuggets from Wendy's. Because that sounds so good right now. But I'm making sure that I'm taking care of myself first because I really want this all to be healed. I almost kind of feel like I took my braces for advantage because I was sitting there and I was saying like how I couldn't eat anything with my braces. And honestly, it's a lot worse with your wisdom tooth being taken out. You really can't eat anything. And these screws up in my palate, they aren't really painful. It's just annoying because I know that they're there and now I can feel the connection between my palate and the roof of my palate expander and the roof of my mouth. Before I couldn't really feel it as much. It didn't bother me as much. But again, the turning of the expander really is not that bad. What I am going to suggest and recommend to all of you guys watching is to get a water pick or a water flosser. I have seen so many YouTube videos of people who have braces saying that you need a water pick. And I went out and got one right away just because I knew with my palate expander there was going to be food that got stuck in between my palate expander and the roof of my mouth. And once your screws are in, there's a really high chance for infection. A lot of people end up getting infections with their screws in the roof of their mouth. So I have this here, right here, a wireless. I mean, you can charge it and then you just fill it up with water. It's super easy. And then you just turn it on and you choose low or high. Right now I'm doing low just because I've never used a water pick before. And if you do it on high, you can make your gums bleed just because they're not used to it. And so I want to make sure that I'm, being gentle with my mouth, getting used to the water pick. But I've been using it a lot. It's super great because I hate flossing with braces. I just hate it. It takes so much time. I don't want to get up an extra 30 minutes earlier. That way I have time to floss my teeth. But it is super important for you to floss. So I took the easy way out and I got myself a water pick. So this was at Target. It was like $38. It's super great. I love it. And so, yeah, I've been using it like crazy. I use it every single time that I brush my teeth. I brush my teeth twice a day. I rinse it with water after meals just because food gets stuck in your mouth and you don't like that feeling. And on top of it, again, like I said about my expander, there is a really big risk for infection if you leave food or anything up at the roof of your mouth, so you need to make sure that you are washing it out. I know a lot of people end up making videos after their expanders are out, kind of explaining everything, and not saying that they don't remember everything. It's just, I mean, currently being in it, it's a big pain, and like you need to take care of your expander because your expander is so important in the process of getting your mouth the way that it should be, especially in my case. My teeth, in case I didn't tell you guys in my last video, my mouth was crooked. So when they did my x-rays, they found that my teeth on my right side lay like this. So like this is the bottom tooth and this is the top tooth, and they lay right on top of each other. They don't fit into each other, kind of like how your teeth should be. But on my left side, they do fit into each other. It's totally normal. But on my right side, it is not. And they said because one side of my mouth just kept going and the other one didn't. I'm not entirely sure how that process works, so don't quote me on that. But the expander is supposed to make my mouth wider. It's supposed to help my teeth fit into where they're supposed to fit into each other, lay on each other nicely. I've never had any problems with grinding my teeth. I know some people say that they grind their teeth. I do not do that, which is good, because in my case, that would be really bad for my right side, given the fact that my teeth lay right on top of each other. But yes, I wanted to go ahead and fill you guys in and just update you guys on what's going on. It has now been over a week, about a week and a half since having braces. I am getting used to them. I'm used to them being in my mouth. Oh, I know a lot of like people forgot to mention this to all of you brace faces out there. A lot of YouTube videos I was watching, nobody warned me about this, and I felt kind of lied to, even though I'm not lied to. I guess I just really didn't think about it. Something super important that you guys all need to know: you will get canker sores in your mouth. More than likely, you will get canker sores in your mouth, especially if you have a smaller mouth like mine. My braces rub up against my cheeks and cause scrapes, cuts, sores. I've been using wax like crazy. First day of getting on my braces, I had a canker sore, huge, on the bottom of my tongue. I'd say almost about like that big. It was just on the bottom of my tongue. I felt like I couldn't eat anything because it hurt so bad. My mouth is now starting to get used to my braces. Your mouth can build intolerance, calluses to your braces. So it is getting used to it. It's just not, yeah. I'm just telling you guys, go out and get some, there are some canker sore mouthwashes that you guys can go purchase, and it helps with the canker sores. Or you can do what I've been doing, is gargling hot salt water, warm salt water in your mouth. It really helps with canker sores. So yeah, that's about all I have to fill you guys in on. If you guys have any more questions or comments, please comment down below. I should be making another YouTube video to update you guys on my braces journey. So I'm sorry I've been really busy lately. I just finished my real estate classes and I've just had a lot going on, and so yes, I should be more attentive and active. I really appreciate everyone who's subscribed to me so far. I've been super excited about it. I've been checking my channel saying, oh my gosh, I have this many subscribers. And I really enjoy your guys' comments down below. I love answering you guys. So again, if you guys have any suggestions for my next video clip, if you guys actually want to see me turn my expander, I can have my fiance film it. It'll be a little bit difficult, but I can do it. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave them below. And also, please, if you want to see more of my face, please feel free to subscribe. Also, I am going to be doing a YouTube video a little bit about myself, just because I know you guys probably don't know anything about me. So I'm going to go ahead and make a YouTube video stating some things about me. That way you guys can get to know me a little bit more, and then why I'm on my braces journey, etc, etc, etc. So I'm excited to be filming and showing you guys more, and I'm excited to see you guys next time when I post, which hopefully will be in a week. So see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Peace.